Well, hello my beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we have the best blush of 2022. This year was all about blushes. It was about cream blushes, liquid blushes, powder blushes. What a moment blush was having in the year 2022, you guys. There were so many tutorials on how to shape your face and contour your face using a blush, and you all must have seen the technique out here. And actually, the right placement of a blush can bring about such a difference to the shape of your face. But a couple of years ago, before lockdown, I would say, it was all about those harsh contour and making your face look a little more sunken. But from 2020 onwards, I have noticed a shift where it was all about that youthful looking skin with that right amount, that flush of color. It was almost as if you were blushing. I love that look. And this year we had some phenomenal launches. I went completely ham in buying so many blushes, and most of the blush that I'm about to show you, a few were sent via PR. Many of them I bought it with my own money because that's how much I'm crazy about a good blush. You're going to really love each and every one that I'm about to show you. It's just going to make shopping a lot more easier for you. So without wasting much time, the best blush of 2022, let's start with the list, you guys. And before I do not forget to hit that little red button, subscribe to my channel, be a part of my family, you guys. Help me grow in the new year. And if you can follow me at shwetavijay, which is my Instagram account, nothing like it. Shall we begin? Yep. Let's start. I'm starting off with lip and cheek tints, you guys, and lip and cheek tints were having a moment this year. And I'm going to start off with some of my favorite lip and cheek tints of 2022. And the one that is ruling the roost for me is this one from Juicy Chemistry. Now, if you watched my full face first impression of Juicy Chemistry, a non-sponsored video, you would know that I even told you then that this is a sure shot winner. If you want to test water with Juicy Chemistry's new makeup line called Color Chemistry, then please go check out that video. But even there, I told you to put these lip and cheek tints in your shopping cart. Now, this portion of the video is in partnership with Juicy Chemistry, but let me just tell you, this launch is absolute love. I had to work with them, and I wouldn't do a collaboration in the best of series until and unless I know that this is a phenomenal launch. They've got the formulation out here right. It is creamy enough. It's not too matte, not too creamy. It's a great balance, you guys, that it just doesn't shift the makeup underneath it. Application is a dream out here. For now, I'm going to do the swatch of all 6 stunning shades, all without makeup, you guys, so that you can see how it blends and what sort of that subtle flush, that tone it gives on my skin tone, which is an NC40. For example, there is a shade called Coconut, which is just perfect for deep dark skin tone. It is such a beautiful launch out here. All of their blushes just gives you a beautiful pop of natural color. You can apply this on your lips, you can apply this on your cheeks, and even if you want to apply this on your eyelids, you definitely can. I would say that if you're applying this on your eyelids, which you can, that's what I have applied right over here, and just on the inner corner I have applied my a highlighter. I also made sure that I applied a primer, and then I set it with a translucent powder so that it just stays put. One thing I've noticed about this blush, you guys, though it is velvety soft and really creamy, it sets very quickly and it sets into a beautiful dewy matte. And I have tried many matte cream blushes. This one is a little more creamier than that. It gives you almost like a dewy finish. That's what I've applied on my cheek. You can go as subtle as possible, or you want to go all out, you can. And when you apply this on your lips, it gives you that beautiful color. You don't even have to apply lipsticks on top of this. If you want, finish it off with a balm or a lip gloss and you're good to go. Pigmentation, 10 on 10 out here. The packaging is absolutely stellar. They've got 6 beautiful shades. You're bound to get a shade that is going to match your skin tone, and that's what I like about Juicy Chemistry's launch. I hope you enjoyed watching the swatches. Just get these lip and cheek tints, you guys. You're not going to regret your purchase. You know what? Their skincare definitely is great, but I'm a lot more excited about their makeup more than skincare. I'm looking forward to what this brand has to offer in the future. Let's go on to the next one. The next one is another cream lip and cheek tint, and this one is from Plum. This is the Touch and Go. It's got a very soft velvety touch to it. Glides on to your cheeks really without, effortlessly. It just goes on your cheeks. It blends also like a dream. The difference between both, I'm talking about the Plum as well as Juicy Chemistry, is I feel Juicy Chemistry is a lot more pigmented, but as my skin is getting matured, I want something a little more forgiving. I need a cross between a velvet cream texture to a matte finish. But these plum lip and cheek tints are lovely. They're very affordable at the same time. You can apply that on your cheeks, your lips, your eyes, wherever that you want to apply, you guys. My absolute favorite is Bare It Is, and the other one is Pickle Pink. I mean, it all depends on what your skin tone is. If you're fair to a medium, you're going to love this pinky blush. Even if you've got a deeper skin tone, you're going to love it. But my absolute favorite for that really nude flush of color is this one called Bare It Is. Lovely, very travel friendly, just like the Juicy Chemistry one. Just pop that in your bag, you're good to go. They have done a great job out here, and it had to come in the list. Another cream blush that made it to the list is this one from Tara Cosmetics. Now, I know that they've got their liquid lipsticks and they've got their highlighters, which again, I absolutely love. It gives you that really beautiful glowy finish, their highlighters, but this blush, again, this particular color, very friendly for deeper, darker skin tone. Now, this is a little more matte, okay? So you have to really warm it up on the back of your hand before you apply that on your cheek. It's a lovely finish, subtle pigmentation, again, something that you can build. But I love the packaging. I love this color in general, especially if you've got medium to deep complexion. Sunrise Mauve is the one that you have to reach out for. I love a blush that has got a bit of mauve undertones to it, and not too many blushes out there plays around with a mauve undertone, and this one does. I really like it, you guys. They've done such a good job out here. It's just a lovely, lovely blush. Now let's talk about Simply Nam blushes. Now this is one of their best sellers, you guys, and this particular shade called Partner in Crime is a beautiful pinky blush that will suit each and every skin tone, especially if you're a fair, medium and tan complexion. It is just perfect. It gives you that wonderful flush of color. Again, this has got that velvety soft texture that just sits so well on the skin. It's a beauty of a blush. I absolutely love Simply Nam's blushes. I mean, if you want to venture into picking up some of their products and you want to buy that one product, it has to be the blush. And I love the packaging. It's a great dupe of the Kylie Cosmetic one. Kylie Cosmetic has got the same shade, you guys. I'm just going to insert it if I can find a swatch of it, definitely. But the thing out here with Simply Nam is that it's a bit too expensive, this brand. So unless and until you wait for a sale where you can get it on a discounted price, then only it's worth getting it, because you have various other blushes that I'm showing you that is half the price and it works just as well. So if you like Simply Nam as a brand, then definitely go for their blush. Nothing to complain about. You can't get your hands on Kylie Cosmetic, you can definitely get your hands on this. Let's move on to the next one, and that is e.l.f. Putty Blush. e.l.f. Putty Primer, Putty Bronzer, they are all bestsellers. It started with the Putty Primer, but their blush is excellent. Texture wise, it reminds me so much of the one from Simply Nam. It's got that really soft matte finish, a very velvety soft matte finish, and sits really well on the skin. I think, the color, the pigmentation, everything about this blush is just simply divine, you guys. e.l.f. has really, their blushes are a bestseller out here in the UK. They have done a phenomenal job. It sits very well without being too matte, too drying. I just love the kind of finish it gives on my skin. It's lovely. The colors are outstanding, you guys. Any color that you pick up, especially Maldives is one of my favorite, and this one that has got that corally pink, it's just wonderful. The texture, the pigmentation, how it sits on the cheeks, really, really good. Nothing to complain about. The last tint to make it to the list is this one from Pixi on the Glow Blush. This one went completely viral on social media. YouTube was talking about it, TikTok especially, and our reels. And so many international content creators absolutely love this. Rightfully so, you guys. It gives this beauty, it gives such a lovely glow to the skin. So if you're looking out for a nice blush that you can apply on your eyelids, on your cheeks, as well as on your lips, then you can go for this. This is such a beautiful blush that is so easy to apply on the cheeks, because it just kind of like hugs your cheeks very well the way it is done. And this particular color, Fleur, is one of their best sellers, and it's a marvelous baby pink that looks spectacular on all skin tones. And if you've got textured skin, you've got problematic skin, you might not like this because of that glowy finish. It's almost like a highlighter blush hybrid, but when you turn, you have that glowy finish that could emphasize texture. But nevertheless, if you've got dry skin, you're looking out for that dewiness, especially during winter season, this one really, I can understand why this was a viral product. It's just absolutely divine. Alright guys, let's move on to the cream liquid blushes that made it to the list, and I have only 3 out here that I reached out for throughout 2022. I could not even keep my hands off them because of the pigmentation, how easy it was to glide onto the cheeks. It was just a dream to work with these products. I'm starting off with the first one, and that is K-Beauty's cream blush. What a phenomenal year Katrina Kaif had with her brand K-Beauty. I think her, but mostly her team, did some really good R&D and launched some really great stellar products, you guys. And these cream blushes are to die for. I have tried many cream blushes, but this has got a lovely velvety texture. It is supremely pigmented. The way it glides on, you have to go very subtle with this. A little goes a long way, but it turns into a matte that just doesn't move or it doesn't budge. You can wear this under your makeup because of the pigmentation. I would suggest that I would apply this blush first and then put my foundation on top, because then you'll get that lovely flush of color. It's got that velvety, moussey, almost like a whipped formula. I have tried many international cream blushes and this is on same par with it. She has done a great job out here. K-Beauty definitely for the win. And this particular color called Sweetheart Pink is so beautiful. It's going to flatter each and every skin tone. You can pick up any colors from this range and you are not going to be disappointed. And that goes without saying with all of the blushes I've shown you right now. Let's move on to the next 2 liquid blushes. And the next one is from Rare Beauty. Again, Rare Beauty celebrity launch. What a phenomenal launch they had in 2022. But these liquid blushes were having a moment, you guys. It went viral on TikTok. There's not a single content creator in the beauty space who does not have a Rare Beauty blush, because it's pigmented, it's soft, it is a dream to work with. You can even apply this on the eyelids. Same goes for the Sweetheart Pink from K-Beauty one, because it turns into a proper matte without emphasizing the lines. You don't even need a setting powder with it. This is so beautiful from the packaging, from the colors, any color that you pick up. Again, they've got colors that will flatter fair, medium, deeper skin tone, because it's a very inclusive, shade inclusive range. I just want K-Beauty to come out with a lot more shade inclusive blush colors. It's so nice to work with a liquid blush that goes with ease. That's a no-brainer, and it's not an effort to work around with it. It's got such a serum like finish, and my god, the way the skin absorbs it, a beauty of a blush. Now the next one is a good enough dupe of the Rare Beauty one, and I have spoken about this many times before, and this is from a brand called Hyna Beauty, and this is their Lush Rouge, and very similar texture. I won't say exactly, but if you can't get your hands on this, please check this one out. Another bestseller, you guys. So many people love it. I love that very thin, velvety, soft serum sort of a texture. The way it glides on, sits on the cheek. It's got that doe foot applicator that you can even apply this as a lipstick. It's not going to be that heavily pigmented lipstick. I would say that the Rare Beauty one is a lot more pigmented, but this has got such a thin, beautiful formula that you can just apply this as a tint on your lips, wear your lip gloss. Lovely blushes, very close to the Rare Beauty one. Let's move on to the last segment, powder blushes. I know there are many people who are not fans of lip and cheek tints and cream blushes and liquid blushes. They still stick to the old school powder blushes. I've got your back. I've got 4 brands that have made powder blushes that are just perfection. Velvety texture, sits very well on top of makeup, you guys. And many a times, I know many makeup artists also tends to rely on these blushes because it is that good where pigmentation is concerned. Again, to make it to the list is K-Beauty blushes. I told you she's had a phenomenal year. This one is in the shade Soft Nude and Dusty Rose, 2 of my favorite colors from the entire range. Their powder blushes have got a lot more shade inclusive range, more than the cream blushes, and that's what I want from the cream blushes as well, because the shades out here are so right. The Soft Nude and Dusty Rose are perfect for all skin tone, especially if you've got medium deep complexion. The Dusty Rose one sits so well on the skin. It is such a beautiful blush, you guys. It's like touching, one of those soft beach sand where your feet just sinks into it. And people who suffer from textured skin want blushes that won't emphasize texture. This one doesn't emphasize texture. It sits really well, very pigmented. A little goes a long way out here. This is going to last you. From packaging to everything, it's just stellar, absolutely brilliant out here. The next one is another woman-owned brand. It's from our OG content creator Anam. A beautiful brand, you guys. Where verified. Oh, she really knows her makeup. Her compact translucent powder definitely is making to the list in the best of series, and her blushes had to, guys, because it's such a beautiful blush. Any of the colors that you choose, I've got all 3 shades. Like, my favorite is Camellia Rose, which is such a lovely, beautiful pinky shade. It's divine. The texture is not as soft as the K-Beauty one, but it is extremely pigmented. Again, a little goes a long way out here, and it's got the same formulation as their translucent powder or the compact powder that they launched, the IRL airbrush Paris filter, you know, the powder that they came out with. Because when you apply this on your cheek, it has a tendency of kind of like giving you a beautiful non-textured finish. Let's move on to the next one, and that is Kiro Beauty. Again, Kiro Beauty is a brand that whatever they come out with, you don't regret buying it. So this one is 03. I've spoken about this even last year. This is the Cool Cinnamon and Fresh Grapefruit. This is the Glow On Blush Duo. Two slightly different textures. So from glowy to matte finish is what you will get with these blushes. You can apply, you know, the lighter shade on the apples of your cheek and the darker shade all the way to your, you know, cheekbones to highlight it, and it gives you a lovely a nice contoured look. You can really shape your face very well with this blush. I love the fact that you get 2 different colors, from packaging to the texture to how pigmented it is. This is my new purchase. This is what I bought. This is the shade 01, flattering for fair to a medium skin tone, and I think if you've got dusky, deeper complexion, darker complexion, 03 is the one for you. Again, with their blushes, they've gone all shade inclusive, you guys. It is just fabulous. I love Kiro Beauty, and I can't wait to see what they're up to in the year 2023. Lastly is a powder blush that gives you value for your money, and it's the Forever 52 blush. This is the cheek to cheek level up blush, and you get 4 shades out here, and you get 4 different shades with various undertones. You've got something that's warm, something that's cool, you know, something that's neutral, and different sort of nude, nudie pinks, because you can use like Sandy as a bronzer and you can use the rest as blush. I love that you're getting, that's what I meant by saying value for money. Very soft velvet matte finish, not at all chalky, you guys. This is something that you need to build ever so slightly. That's what I love about this. This is not like as soon as you dip your brush into this, you're going to get that full-on pigmentation, and sometimes working very slowly with your blush also is very, very helpful. You know that this is going to be your one-time purchase and you don't need anything else, then try this one from Forever 52, another makeup brand that is doing some really good stuff in the makeup department. It's just that not many people are talking about it in India, and many should, and their blush is, I mean, there's nothing to complain about out here. So those are the best blushes of 2022. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I shall see you guys in my next best of series, and until later, bye for now.